And on this sunny Silverstone summer Sunday, welcome to our home. Not just Martin and I's home, but the home of the Formula One World Championship, the place where it all began, where Ferrari weren't here on the 13th of May 1950, but they've been making up for it ever since, and where they start on pole today on a track where they've taken 14 victories in the past. It's Silverstone, it's British Grand Prix Sunday, and here's the circuit. 52 laps around this 3.66 mile track, 18 corners, 8 to the left, 10 to the right, 2 DRS zones along the Hangar Straight and along the Wellington Straight. It's windy and it's gusty, why not? It's an old airfield and it features some of the greatest corners on the Formula One calendar. Let's go back to last year. Turns 1 and 2 are Abbey now. This is Perez and Raikkonen having a terrific scrap as Perez dives down the inside. We should go to Cops, shouldn't we? Lewis Hamilton on the inside of Max Verstappen. Verstappen sent crashing out of the race. Hamilton picked up a penalty, went on to win the race. Verstappen arrives here this year with a 46-point lead in the World Championship. And Lando Norris and Fernando Alonso into the Vale chicane they go. The penultimate corners in this race. Lando holding off Fernando there. Could they have a similar battle at some stage today? There is spots of rain in the air, but it's a gusty day, and if it does rain, I dare say it's not going to last for long. So we're going to have the dry tyres to start with. They're the C3, the C2 and the C1. The favoured strategy, a one-stop strategy, but let's wait and see. Here's the starting grid then for the 73rd World Championship British Grand Prix. Lance Stroll starts right at the rear alongside Mick Schumacher, and both Aston Martins out in Q1 for a second race in a row. Sebastian Vettel starts alongside the other Haas driver, Kevin Magnussen. 16th on the grid goes to Alex Albon, knocked out in Q1. Esteban Ocon, with his worst ever Silverstone start, starts 15th. Ahead of those, Daniel Ricciardo knocked out in Q2 for the third time in 4 races. He keeps Yuki Tsunoda company, while ahead of those, Tsunoda's teammate Pierre Gasly and Valtteri Bottas with his worst start here since 2014. Into the top 10, and Nicholas Latifi starts 10th for the second time ever. Zhou Guanyu for the second race running, his best ever start. George Russell has a best start here at Silverstone. He's 8th alongside Fernando Alonso, who was 7th on the grid last year. Lando Norris 6th on the grid alongside Lewis Hamilton, an all British third row. Second row, Sergio Perez with his best ever start here, and Charles Leclerc for the first time without grid penalties away from the front row this year. Max Verstappen will start second alongside Carlos Sainz, his 150th Grand Prix, and he starts on pole for the second race running. The pole sitter begins his 150th race. You couldn't write that script, Martin Brundle. I don't know what the script writers have in store for us this afternoon, but this is the race we look forward to more than any every year.